she's an angel. She's held me down like a Coretta, you know?
Now you know that I have been craving to look at this man's birth chart. Let's dive in. Here it is. Here we are. Okay, waist. Okay, waist. Sorry, I'm refocusing. Now, as we know, Jonathan Majors has not only been in the news rampantly, but it's the things that he says that give me pause, that give me the most concern. And I want to know why. Not only the things he does, but how he has been conducting himself. I have some questions, and I don't know Jonathan, but I have the internet, and the internet has his birth chart. So we're gonna ask a couple questions. And Jonathan, if you're out there, please don't call me. But if you would like, I would just like some answers. I'd like to know what resonates and what doesn't. Did I change my outfit? Yes. Do I want to hear about it? No. So, for those who might not know, yes, this is Jonathan Majors' birth chart, but also because we don't have his birth time, I don't know where his rising is. I don't know where his first house is. So there's a lot of specifics when it comes to the houses that I will not be able to speak on, but I will be able to talk about the placements of these planets and how they're interacting with each other, because it still gives us some insight, even though we won't be able to get to the specifics of like where things are, how they sit. Anyway, let's dive in. First thing that I'm noticing is that he's got a couple of very, very happy placements that I personally would be envious of, particularly what's going on in Capricorn. To have your Saturn in Capricorn. No, actually, is that the one that I'm most jealous of? No, that's not the one that I'm most jealous of. His Libra. Whatever's going on with his Libra, to have Mercury and Venus in Libra, specifically Venus. So for those who don't know, there are different planets have different rulers, right? Different sign rulers. Different signs have different rulers, right? So Libra is ruled by Venus. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. When the planet is in the sign of its rulership, it means that it's happy. It's happy. You get to see the most beautiful parts of that sign there, because that's where they're the most comfortable. It's their home. They know where things are. They know where their favorite snacks are. They know how to turn on the TV. They know how to use a shower there. They're at home. Now, why am I so envious of these things? One, I'm going to talk about the one that I'm the most envious of, Libra, because Libra is all about love, relationships, all kinds of relationships, not just romantic, but friendships, business relationships, and oh my gosh, words. Venus is a benefic, so it beautifies whatever it's next to, which is Mercury. Mercury, the planet of communication, and the fact that they're conjunct, which means that they're in the same space, shows to me that there is a kindness in the way there's a Libra-like understanding in the way that he communicates, and also the way that he gives and receives love, right? Also, to have Venus in Libra, it makes sense that he looks the way that he does. He fine. Objectively, he fine. Now, let's move on to Capricorn. Capricorn is the let's make money effectively space. It is the let's get down to business. Brass tacks. Let's not beat around the bush. If you know a Capricorn, you know that they can be painfully direct. Love that. Can be painfully direct. To have Saturn in Capricorn, the planet of authority, of hard lessons, long lessons that always, once you learn the lesson, the amount of possibility that comes afterwards grows exponentially. Now imagine if that planet is comfortable in your chart. Imagine the bounty that comes after the lesson is learned. No matter what, the lesson will be hard. But if the planet is comfortable, the rewards will be bounteous if you learn the lesson. And then you got Scorpio. And then you got Scorpio with Jupiter in the place where it is most comfortable. Now, if you know anything about Jupiter, if not Jupiter, if you know anything about Scorpio, they like to get freaky. But it's not always just about the freaky stuff. It's also about like deep intimacy. It's about looking under the surface. It is the, and Pluto is the planet of death, of destruction, but also regeneration, of transformation. But it comes from the depths of you up. And to have that in Scorpio, a sign that understands that so intrinsically, and it's why Scorpios care. Y'all care way too much for your own good. But these are placements that I personally would love. Now, things that make me a little concerned. One, whenever I see Mars conjunct the sun, it tells me that sun, ego, Mars, aggression, passion, action, anger as a sense of self, aggression as a sense of self. Now, mind you, I'm not saying that he is or is not, but I am saying that there is and not even necessarily anger, but action as a sense, is something that he holds in his ego, like I get things done. And to have that in Virgo means I get things done efficiently because I do efficiency the best, because that's Virgo energy, and he's a Virgo sun. And it's so unfortunate. I have never had a bad experience with a Virgo man. I know. I am one of the few, maybe the only Virgo man. Not to say all of you, but I do have a fondness. But this one, and thank goodness I haven't met him, because my record is still flawless. But this one, no thank you. Which is also kind of signaling to me, because Virgo perfectionism is so rampant, right? So I'm curious of wherever this sits in his chart, this little guy sits in his chart, because the amount of perfectionism that he is not able to live up to within himself right now, the amount of action that he wants to take, that he's trying to take ineffectively, must be eating him up inside. Last thing that I want to talk about. I don't know. Ooh, he also has a Sagittarius moon. My best friend has a Sagittarius moon. Oh, maybe he and I would bond. I take that back. He said too much. He said far too much for me to, anyway. So maybe I should talk about Capricorn again too, because he's got, so he's got Uranus and Neptune conjunct Saturn, all in Capricorn. So whatever's going on in Capricorn, yes, Saturn is at home there, but also, and I'm wondering how this plays, I would love to know where these houses are for him, because Uranus, the planet of rebellion, of breaking down systems, raging against the machine, and Neptune, the planet of dreams, illusions, delusions, addictions, those kinds of things. They're all right next to each other in Capricorn. Capricorn seems a little overwhelmed in his chart. Capricorn that really likes structure, order, authority, all of that. And then you got delusions. Also those are generational planets. Those are generational planets. But a personal planet, a malefic personal planet, is in the midst of that. And it's giving in his career. It's giving. He needs to stop talking about Coretta. And I look at what's going on in Cancer. Look at what's going on in Cancer. Now, mind you, this is to have Jupiter in Cancer reads beautiful to me, but to also have Chiron there, I'm wondering which one is feeding into the other, because Jupiter is an expansive, benefic, and then Chiron shows a level of hurt there. I'm curious. So whatever is gonna, running out of time. Okay, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, comment below if you feel like this resonates, or if you have his birth time. If you have his birth time, put that in there so I can do my deeper dive. Okay, bye.